How to sing high notes without straining your voice. Every singer's aspiration is to be able to sing high notes minus the straining in their voice. You probably know a few good singers who strain when hitting high notes, noticing the weakness in their voice as they are trying to hit that high pitch. But every singer, including you, can sing higher notes. Using the following techniques I am about to share with you, you will be able to hit high notes without straining your voice. I am going to cover tips such as knowing your voice, finding your vocal range, warming up your vocal cords, practicing facial muscle relaxation, and breathing properly. Let's begin. Tip number 1, knowing your voice type. If you're a woman, are you a soprano or alto? If you're a man, are you a tenor or a bass? Dreaming of belting out a Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey song does not necessarily mean that you have a natural voice that is designed to sing songs with high notes such as their songs. Know your vocal limits to avoid damaging your throat and straining your voice. By following this tip, you can avoid vocal damage that will stop you from working a few weeks or permanently, depending on the extent of the damage. Tip number 2, find your vocal range. Know the physicality of your voice to avoid straining when singing, so that you can select the right repertoire and keys. Stay in your vocal boundary in the beginning, and eventually go beyond that later on. Tip number 3, do warm-up vocal exercises. Once you've found your vocal range and boundary, let's start some warm-up exercises. I want you to stand straight while touching your toes, but don't bend your knees. Now, notice how far you're going down, and then begin some stretches, starting with the hamstrings, calf muscles, and gluteal muscles. All right, now try the same procedure again. Because your voice is a muscle, stretch it before and after singing, just like what you would do before and after sports. As time goes by and our training pushes through, you will notice the difference on ways on how the vocal muscles are becoming more flexible, allowing you to hit the high notes naturally. You can start humming sound to resonate the sound in your head while creating a clean, projecting sound. This projection in your voice will start resonating around your forehead, nose, and in your sinuses. Feel the sound vibrations on your lips and maintain the feeling of resonance from the and the open ah sound. Move your scale, repeating both and ah until you get your vocal break. But in your break, keep a clean tone while trying to change into head voice. Get to a higher scale until you can reach the top of your range, but focus on making the resonance in your head. Tip number 4, practice facial muscle relaxation. After warming up, let's practice with some facial relaxation techniques for that clean, perfect high note. Relax your mouth and face before singing by putting both of your trigger fingers over your chin while your thumbs are on the fleshy portion just right under your chin. Now, start massaging this facial area for loosening up your muscles. Then begin opening up your eyes and mouth as far as you can before scrunching your face up. Repeat the same facial exercises a few times. Once done, make the biggest yawn for stretching your jaw and face before giving your shoulders and neck a nice stretch to release the tension being accumulated in these sections, which inhibit you from singing high notes excellently. Tip number 5, breathe properly. Yes, right, breathe properly. This is a very important aspect to learning how to sing, especially when learning of techniques on how to belt high notes. By saying this, it does not mean you should breathe when singing high notes, but what you need is a good breath support to sustain your vocal power as it reaches high notes. Breathing properly also helps your voice come out with a well-projected, clean sound. Now, I want you to place one of your hands into your diaphragm and then start taking deep breaths while in a standing position. Begin pulling your breath in from your stomach before taking a few deep breaths, expanding the diaphragm. Slowly release the breaths with a hissing shh sound, but remember, do it without many voice breaks. Then, Start releasing constant hissing sounds until you reach the point of losing breath to make a sound. There you have it. Those are my tips and tricks on how to sing high notes without straining your voice while making a clean and perfect sound as you hit the higher notes. But I know you need more practical and easy singing tips that can help you sing better, and I want to help you achieve just that. I am offering you a free 10-day e-course that gives you access to tons of valuable guides and tutorials that will cover materials such as various ways to get voice lessons, breathing exercises, how to find a good vocal coach, and a whole lot more. So go ahead and visit www.singingcafe.com/e-course and sign up for our e-course today.